You ever wished that you were just a fish and not a human? You ever wish you could just swim with your bros underwater all day without ever having to resurface? Do you ever get mad at evolution for taking the gills away from humans? You would think with all the technological advances, we would have a device that would allow us to breathe underwater without using oxygen tanks. We have seen such devices in movies like Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, and a few James Bond movies.
The A99 Aquatic Breather, aka Jedi breathing device, was a small breather apparatus that allowed oxygen-breathing life forms like ourselves to survive underwater in space or among noxious gases for up to 2 hours. The device used filtering mechanisms to separate gaseous mixtures and relied on miniature tanks of compressed oxygen to provide breathable gas. They typically weighed half a pound and measured 11.5 inches long. South Korea designer Jibin Yang just unveiled a conceptual scuba mask that would allow you to breathe underwater without air tanks. The mask, called the Triton, is marketed as the future of underwater breathing. The concept was simple: a compact device that would allow you to breathe underwater. It would allow you to do this by extracting oxygen underwater through a filter made of fine threads with holes smaller than water molecules. The design consists of 2 branching arms designed to serve as gills. These gills would extract oxygen from the water and deliver breathable air directly into your lungs for 45 minutes at a max depth of 15 feet. It is powered by a supercharged lithium-ion battery that is supposedly 30 times smaller than its contemporaries, but charges 1,000 times faster.
I was curious to find out if a device like this was actually real, so I asked my Aunt Pauline.
There are several fundamental scientific problems with this concept, class. Let's take this thing to the dry erase board. Number 1, the device has to be able to extract enough oxygen from the water to allow you to actually breathe. This would require not only an incredibly efficient ability to extract oxygen, but also must be able to force 15 liters of water upward through the device every 15 seconds, which could only be achieved by a pump bigger than the whole Triton design put together. Moving on, number 2. Storing oxygen in the chamber of the device would actually require a compressor and battery of magnitude more efficient than anything on the market today, aka doesn't exist. Moving on. The average human needs 500 milliliters of air with every breath. Triton would have to go through about 24 gallons of water per minute to be sufficient, aka not realistic.
Unfortunately, the Triton system did not stand up to what it promised. A somewhat closer device that we have today is a spare air system, which is used by scuba divers. It offers anywhere from 30 to 57 breaths at the surface. Although a device like the Triton oxygen breather and the devices shown in Star Wars and James Bond do not exist, advances in technology continue at an exponential rate. Although I have no credibility to back this statement up, I can assure you one day humans will be able to breathe underwater indefinitely.